I would tell young people joining the industry or joining any industry, first and foremost, add value to yourself and make sure you're learning and growing continuously to understand data, understand the industry, understand how to operate, understand what needs to be done in order for you to excel at whatever it is that you decide to excel. And I'll elaborate on that in a moment. I also always tell young adults that just work for the sake of working. Work, whether you're a student, whether you're in high school, in university, work. When I was working for Air Arabia, I did that job for free, and it took away a lot of weekends. Yeah, and I did it back then because I wanted to learn. When I did the job with Majid Al Futtaim, I used to be paid 100 dirhams per day. And I used to do it twice a month, sometimes 4 times a month. So it wasn't about the 200 dirhams or the 400 dirhams a month. I was in university back then. That money was not gonna make a difference in my life. But I did it because I wanted to learn. When I worked for Deloitte, FedEx, I think my salary was about 1,000 dirhams a month. Again, I didn't do it for the money. I did it for the learnings. Now, what I tell young kids today is work, and you'll be able to in the future, as Steve Jobs put it, and I love what he says, that you're only able to connect the dots backwards. So when I started my business, I was able to understand customer experience and the importance of customer experience and how to validate how you're doing with customer experience because of the work I did with Majid Al Futtaim. I was able to understand the importance of technology because of my work with FedEx and to understand the importance of automation. I was able to understand the importance of promotions and being true to your purpose and your values from Air Arabia being the first low-cost airline that started in the region. So my second advice to young individuals is just work. And because all of these will be learnings that in the future you'll be able to understand how they were able to benefit you. And the third one is, and the most important one, be honest and build trust. So the example I gave you from 2008, 2009 of not letting anyone go in the organization. I had a team member just walk into the office 2 weeks ago. His name was Hamza. He's a human that used to be an accountant with us back in 2006, 2007, 2008, and left us around 2009. Came knocking at our door 20 years later. We sat down, had an amazing conversation, remembered a lot of the memories back then, and he looked back and he said, Fadi, you know what? You've always treated people the right way. You were always honest with people. I like to build trust with people, and trust me, what pays dividends in the long run is being honest with people and trustworthy with people. Because Dubai is it's a big city, but at the end of the day is a very small industry. And the moment as a young entrepreneur or a young individual working in the industry, if you build trust with everyone and you serve people with the highest level of integrity and ethics, not cutting corners, not taking under the table money to award something, not being true to your purpose and your values with customers. When you are trustworthy, when you are building that trust in its right place, you will get it back in so many different ways. You will get it back with new business. You will get it back with retaining your existing business, because retention is more important than winning a new business. You will get it back by people wanting to support you and open doors for you because you're always there helping others and being honest with others. So my advice to people in a nutshell, one, always continue learning. I still continue learning to this day. I do 4 or 5 courses every year. I read at least 20 to 40 books every year. I listen to podcasts and I stay away from your social media. So my first advice to young individuals and young entrepreneurs, reduce your distraction and focus on improving your knowledge and expertise. Always work, always be working, because eventually you're going to be gaining a lot of experiences that may not be clear to you today, but you'll understand how they're going to benefit you in the future. And last but most important is be trustworthy and be honest, be genuine, because those pay a lot of dividends in the long run, even if it was at the expense of the short run, losing friends, losing business, losing something. Be genuine and be honest, because that's what wins in the long run. Dubai is home. I mean, a lot of people say this, but to me, really, Dubai is home. It's where I grew up my entire life. It's where I lost a brother. It's where I gained siblings and had my siblings were all born in Dubai. I had 2 kids born in Dubai, and I have the 3rd one on the way now. So Dubai is really home. And Dubai is really an inspiration. And and I believe we all hear this from a lot of people, the moment they land in Dubai, they're inspired. And you're inspired by the energy in the city. You're inspired by the culture in the city. You're inspired by the determination and drive in the city. But that started a lot longer, or a long time ago, long before people started recognizing it. And that's because of the vision of the leadership. And when we say the vision of the leadership, the vision was not just something written on paper. The vision was, in my opinion, first and foremost, to touch human lives and help change it for the better. Now, when you look at different things people say about Dubai, they say, Sheikh Mohammed or the city says, build it and they will come. And there were always at different milestones in the cycles that we went through, where people questioned, will this build it and they will come model work? Is it actually successful? And you had some media outlets, global media outlets, at different milestones in the Dubai's journey, turn around and say, Dubai build it and they will come model is no longer gonna work or is not successful. But what they didn't understand is if Dubai's model, when we say build it and they will come, it's not build the buildings. We're not just building buildings and that we expect they will get filled. The it in build it and they will come, the it that is there is a better lifestyle, is safety, is being around a culture of like-minded, ambitious, hardworking, determined, and humble human beings. That's what Dubai was always building. But I think when people resonate with build it and they will come, that build buildings and build roads and they will come. No. You have hundreds of cities around the world that are built, but no one is going there. So the lesson learned from Dubai for me was, first of all, focus on culture. And when we talk about culture, it means focus on the human beings. Dubai was able to attract like-minded people who, as I said, are ambitious, yet at the same time humble, determined, and at the same time hardworking. And you see that from ultra high net worth individuals in the city, to government officials, to the royal family, to employees, to employers, to entrepreneurs, to doctors. Everybody is hardworking, everybody is determined, and everybody is working hard. Everyone is here, and the city pushes you to bring out the best in yourself. Whether you are an owner of an Uber car, whether you're a hotel manager, whether you're a property manager, whether you're a technologist, you're always at your best and you're always thinking, how can I serve my customers better? Now, when you build a city where everybody is striving to serve everybody in a better way, then everybody is happy. Because if you're my tenant and I'm serving you right, and you're a restaurant owner and I come to your restaurant and you're serving me right, now we're both happy. You're happy with me as a property manager, I'm happy with the experience I had with your restaurant. Now multiply that across all the different industries and human beings in Dubai, and that is what we have built. That is what Dubai has built. And if you notice, I said we, not the city, because another lesson learned for me in Dubai is the importance of having everybody work together towards one goal, one objective. And that included the private sector and the public sector and the government sector. And we can see a lot of successful models of the private and government sector working together. And without listening to the people, Dubai would not have been able to build what they have built. So that was my second learning for me, is listen to the people. Understand what is it that they need. Understand their pain points and build for them and offer it to them. Bring it to them and make it easy and make it seamless and make it loving and do it with emotions and do it with a lot of heart. So those were the two main learnings. The third lesson I learned from Dubai is build for the future. And there were a lot of projects that in some cases I questioned, why are they being done? And I questioned them both in my professional and personal career, like, why is Dubai doing this? Why are we building the biggest? Why are we building the largest? Well, the people are still not here. You know, why are we building a mall for 1 million visitors a day when the entire population of the city was about 2 million dirhams? Do you expect half the population to go to the mall? Similarly, when it comes to the government and being the first government in the world to decide to go on the blockchain and decide to digitize all the services in the city. I also at the time questioned, why are we doing that? Because Dubai was very well digitized back then. And things were working, and you were able to get your visa by going for half an hour to immigration. You got your visa done, your driving license, you were able to go to any mall and just get it done. And I'd always question, why are they making even an additional investment? And over time you recognize and you realize, and you only learn it after you've lived through it for a while, that Dubai is really building for the future. And I use those learnings. I used those learnings in my personal life. I used them in my career. It was one of the main drivers why we were the first to invest in technology, even though we were small. Because I learned from Dubai as a city and from Dubai government that even though you're small today, you need to build with a determination that you're going to be big in the near future or in the future, and prepare for that. And so I started preparing our company for that, gaining from the lessons learned from Dubai. So I think there are plenty of lessons that we can attribute to Dubai. For me, it was and continues to be such an inspiration. I don't know if many people recognize this, but Dubai is an island today. Do you recognize that? That if you look at a Google map today, because of the creek and the extension of the creek, Dubai became an island. It's fascinating for me. You know, it's really fascinating to see Dubai becoming an island. It's fascinating to see the largest malls being built, the best hotels being built. And guess what? Everything works, even though it's done fast. And Dubai has learned to prosper from chaos, and to learn from chaos, and to grow and to excel despite chaos. Now, going back to your point, just to close off on the topic, I think your original question, you said, what is it that you learned, right? Or what were the lessons learned, and why was Dubai prepared when it comes to, like, let's say, COVID? It didn't just happen. It was work of years and years and years. And when COVID happened, we were just prepared. You know, we were literally just prepared. Dubai had one of the projects I questioned when the Dubai and the UAE started this food safety program. I don't know if you're aware of this program. I don't know which year it started, maybe 10 years ago, 8 years ago. Don't quote me on the duration, but many years before COVID. And Dubai was storing and continues to store food in warehouses that are enough to feed the city for X number of weeks or months. I don't know the exact number, for any circumstance. If an absolute major disaster happens and we're unable to import and export, etc., the city makes sure we have food. Now, I questioned at the time, like, why is Dubai and the UAE working on this? You know, like, in what instance are we gonna really be in a situation where there is absolutely no food? We're not a country that goes into wars. We're a very peaceful country here. So what is it? And then COVID happened. And then when we saw that we went to supermarkets and everything was there, it was because of the food security program that was started many years before, that ensured we had a lot of food there. So when COVID hit, food was there. Yeah. When we wanted to leave our houses and the city to be able to track the infections, etc., we were already digitized as a city. We had government apps on our phones because the government was all already, you know, on apps and technologically advanced. So Dubai doesn't shine when you have black swan events or other sort of major events out of emptiness. They shine because they're prepared. And trust me, even as we speak today, I know and I am sure that Dubai is planning and being prepared for the next big thing that's going to happen, that maybe you and me are not privy to what is happening next, but we can be sure in Dubai and be confident in Dubai that there are the right people, the right individuals, the right government thinking and preparing us for what may come. And I want to close, you know, on this topic with two quotes that really resonate with me all the time. One of them is printed here on our wall at the entrance of our office to remind me, our residents, our customers, and our team members of Sheikh Muhammad's saying that the future belongs to those who imagine it, dream it, and actually execute it. That is what Dubai is all about, and that is what Dubai instilled in all of us, that nothing is impossible. Every few days, I open up a video by Sheikh Muhammad where he's giving a speech, and he says, in Dubai, when you wake up in the morning, whether you're a lion or a gazelle, the moment you wake up in the morning, you better start running, because a gazelle needs to be faster than the fastest lion in order to avoid being eaten, and the lion needs to be fastest than the slowest gazelle in order to feed his family for that day. And you hear that at a young age, and you start growing up with that, and I see it with my kids today as well. You understand that the city and the culture and the energy of the city and the people in the city are what is enabling us all to succeed, enabling us all to look for a better future, and enabling us all to really look after each other, look after planet Earth, and just move forward with our lives in a positive manner.